Have you ever looked at a girl and thought, does she like me, or am I just imagining it? Most men ask this question and never find a clear answer. That's because when a woman truly likes you, she rarely shows it openly. She hides it behind confidence, politeness, or silence. But no matter how much she tries, her psychology always leaks the truth. Her eyes, her body language, her tone all reveal tiny hints of what she really feels. Today, you'll learn 5 subtle psychological signs that a girl likes you but hides it. These are not the usual "she smiles" or "she laughs at your jokes" kind of tips. These are deeper, more unconscious signals, the ones most men never notice. So if you want to understand women on a deeper level and finally see what's hidden behind their behavior, stay till the end. Welcome to Be Feminine, where we explore the psychology behind female attraction and emotions. If you're someone who wants to understand women through logic, not confusion, then make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Because what you'll learn here goes far beyond flirting. It's about understanding how women think, feel, and connect. Now let's begin with the first hidden sign. 1. Her eyes speak before her words. The eyes never lie. Even when she's trying to hide her feelings, her eyes will reveal what her words won't. When a woman likes you secretly, her gaze behaves differently. She looks at you when she thinks you're not looking. And when you catch her, she quickly looks away. That moment of avoidance isn't disinterest, it's fear of exposure. Her subconscious wants to look at you, but her conscious mind says, don't make it too obvious. So she balances between glancing and pretending not to care. In psychology, this is called covert attention, when someone focuses on a person without facing them directly. It's a hidden way of maintaining connection without risk. If she's in a group, pay attention. She'll still find ways to look your way. Maybe she glances when someone mentions your name. Maybe she checks your reaction to a joke. She'll think no one notices, but if you're observant, you'll see the pattern. There's also another sign: her pupils might dilate when she looks at you. That's a biological reaction triggered by attraction. Her eyes widen because her brain releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to excitement and pleasure. You might also notice her blinking slows down when she's around you. That's her brain calming down to focus on the moment. It's automatic, she can't fake it. When you're talking, if she maintains longer eye contact than usual, that's another giveaway. It's not just politeness, it's her way of connecting without words. She may even hold eye contact for 1 or 2 seconds too long and then smile or look away nervously. It's a psychological tug of war. Her emotions want to connect. Her fear wants to hide. And her eyes become the battlefield between the two. If you ever see that mixture of quick glances, nervous smiles, and soft eyes, that's attraction restrained by control. She might pretend to check her phone or look around, but her attention always finds its way back to you. That's how you know she's not indifferent. She's interested but cautious. Remember, women fear rejection more deeply than men do. They prefer to observe first before expressing anything. So when her eyes keep finding you, even for a split second, that's her heart peeking through her guard. Her gaze says what her lips won't. I'm drawn to you, but I don't want you to know yet. 2. Her behavior changes when you're around. A woman's behavior always reveals what her words try to hide. When she secretly likes you, her actions, tone, and even the energy she gives off begin to shift. She might think she's acting normal, but her subconscious gives her away every single time. You'll notice it the moment you walk into the room. She becomes just a little more aware of herself. Her posture straightens. She fixes her hair or adjusts her clothes slightly. These micro adjustments aren't planned, they're instinctive. Her brain is saying, he's here. Look your best. Sometimes she gets quieter. Sometimes she becomes more talkative. Both are signs of attraction, they just come from different emotional reactions. If she's confident, she might become more expressive, smiling more, using her hands while talking, laughing easily. If she's shy, she might become softer, more reserved, as if she's trying not to expose too much emotion. The key isn't what she does, it's the change itself. If she behaves one way with others, but a little differently around you, that's a hidden sign of interest. Here's an example. She's relaxed and casual with everyone, but around you, she fidgets or plays with her hair. That's her body releasing nervous energy. It's not anxiety, it's attraction she's trying to control. In psychology, this happens because her adrenaline and dopamine levels rise in your presence. These chemicals increase awareness and sensitivity. Her heartbeat quickens, her movements become more conscious, and her tone changes slightly. You might notice she stumbles over her words or laughs at things that aren't even that funny. That's her subconscious saying, "Stay calm," while her emotions do the opposite. Even her breathing might change shorter, slower, or slightly deeper. These are all physical responses to attraction that she can't fake or hide. If you've known her for a while, compare her behavior when she's around others versus when she's around you. If she treats you differently, even in small ways, that's your clue. Maybe she's more caring with you. Maybe she teases you more. Maybe she suddenly becomes more helpful or interested in your daily life. These are subtle but powerful signals of hidden affection. Tone and energy shifts. Her tone of voice reveals even more. When she talks to you, listen closely. Does her voice soften or get slightly higher? That's her emotional state, leaking into her speech. Women unconsciously modulate their voice around men they find attractive. It's nature's way of signaling femininity and openness. Her words might sound casual, but the warmth behind them tells the real story. It's not what she says, it's how she says it. Also, pay attention to her laughter. When a woman is secretly drawn to you, she laughs more freely. Even a simple comment can make her smile. It's her body's way of releasing nervous energy and creating connection. If you notice her looking for reasons to engage, asking random questions, commenting on something small, or finding excuses to talk, she's trying to extend your interaction without revealing why. This is what psychologists call proximity-seeking behavior. It's the instinct to stay close to someone who brings emotional comfort or excitement. She might walk past you more often, or appear in the same places you're likely to be. Sometimes even accidental encounters aren't accidents, they're carefully timed coincidences created by curiosity. The contrast effect. Here's one more layer, the contrast effect, how she reacts when your attention shifts elsewhere. If she's talking and you suddenly look away or check your phone, notice what happens. Does her tone change slightly? Does she pause or look disappointed for a moment? That's emotional feedback. Even if she hides it well, her mood often reacts to your attention. If your presence affects her emotions, making her more energetic, nervous, or quiet, you matter more than she admits. This is why her behavior is your clearest signal. A woman can hide her feelings, but not her emotional rhythm. Her energy doesn't lie. She might not tell you she likes you. She might even act indifferent sometimes. But when your presence changes her mood, her psychology has already spoken how to respond. The secret isn't to confront her about it, it's to stay calm and confident. Women feel safest expressing attraction around men who are emotionally steady. So if she's showing these subtle signs, don't rush or tease, just stay composed and present. Your calmness tells her she doesn't need to hide anymore. That's when her guard begins to drop slowly but surely. So remember this. If her behavior changes when you're around, if she becomes slightly nervous, playful, or more aware, that's not confusion. That's emotion fighting control. And every small shift is her heart trying to speak through her actions. 3. She mirrors you without realizing it. When a woman secretly likes you, her subconscious starts to copy your behavior. Not because she's trying to imitate you, but because her mind is trying to connect with you on a deeper level. This is called mirroring, a psychological phenomenon where people subconsciously mimic the gestures, speech patterns, or energy of someone they feel emotionally drawn to. It's one of the most powerful nonverbal signs of hidden attraction. Here's how it works. When she likes you, her brain's mirror neurons activate. They make her unconsciously reflect your movements, tone, and even your emotional rhythm. It's her mind's way of saying, "We're in sync." Subtle examples of mirroring. Imagine you lean back during a conversation, and a few moments later she leans back too. You cross your arms, and she adjusts her posture in a similar way. You smile, and she smiles almost instantly after. She's not doing this on purpose. It's her subconscious aligning with yours. It's connection disguised as coincidence. Even her breathing pattern might begin to match yours without her realizing it. If you talk slowly, she slows down too. If you're excited, she becomes more animated. That's mirroring, and it's pure psychology at work. This behavior is often most visible in relaxed, natural settings like sitting together, having coffee, or chatting casually. The more emotionally safe she feels, the more freely her body syncs with yours. If you ever feel like your conversation flows effortlessly, or there's a natural rhythm between you, that's mirroring, creating emotional harmony. Speech mirroring. Mirroring doesn't stop at body language, it happens in speech too. When she likes you, she might start using the same words, phrases, or tone you use. You say "yeah" a certain way, she picks it up. You use humor or certain expressions, she echoes them subtly later. It's not imitation, it's alignment. Her brain is adjusting to your communication style to build comfort and familiarity. Psychologists say this is how attraction silently grows through behavioral synchronization. When two people mirror each other naturally, it builds a sense of understanding and emotional safety. She might even start liking the same music, foods, or hobbies you talk about. That's not coincidence either. It's her subconscious trying to match your world to keep emotional closeness alive. Emotional mirroring. There's another deeper layer, emotional mirroring. If she secretly likes you, her mood often mirrors yours. If you're happy and energetic, she brightens up too. If you seem down, she suddenly gets quieter, even if she doesn't know why. Her emotions are tied to your emotional state because her brain sees you as emotionally significant. You can test this in subtle ways. If you shift your tone from serious to playful, does she follow your lead naturally? If she does, she's emotionally synced with you, and that's something no casual friend does unconsciously. Emotional mirroring means she's attuned to you on a deeper level. It's not something she plans or notices. It just happens because she's emotionally invested. Why mirroring happens? Mirroring is rooted in biology and psychology. When we feel connected or attracted to someone, our brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This chemical increases empathy and synchrony between two people. That's why lovers often move, speak, or even think alike over time. But when attraction is still hidden, mirroring becomes one of the first signs her emotions are growing before she ever says it out loud. It's her subconscious creating harmony. Her body language says, "I trust you." Her tone says, "I feel safe with you." And her actions quietly whisper, "I like you, even if I can't say it yet." How to notice it? The trick is subtle observation. Don't overanalyze or force it, just watch naturally. If you're sitting across from her, make a small movement like adjusting your sleeve or leaning slightly to one side. If she mirrors it a few seconds later, that's a sign. It's not proof of attraction alone, but if combined with other signs, it becomes powerful evidence. Watch her energy too. When you're calm, does she relax? When you laugh, does she open up more? These little emotional shifts mean her mind is syncing with yours. How to respond? If you sense mirroring, don't break it. Stay natural, comfortable, and authentic. Mirroring is fragile. If you point it out or tease her about it, she'll become self-conscious and pull back. Instead, deepen the emotional rhythm. Match her tone when she speaks softly. Hold eye contact a bit longer when the moment feels right. Show her through your calm energy that she's safe to express herself. That's how you make her attraction grow naturally, without pressure or games. When two people mirror each other, it creates a silent emotional bridge, a bridge built not on words, but on energy and connection. And when she's mirroring you, she's already crossing that bridge, even if she doesn't realize it yet. Final thought. So if she subtly copies your gestures, tone, or energy, she's not being coincidental. She's emotionally aligning. It's one of the most reliable, quiet signs that she likes you but hides it. Her actions might be small, but her psychology is loud. Because when a woman's subconscious starts to mirror a man, her heart has already decided what her words haven't said yet. This is one of the most emotionally revealing signs of hidden affection. 4. She remembers the little things about you. When a woman secretly likes you, she doesn't just hear your words, she keeps them. Every detail you share, every story, every small thing you say stays in her memory. Because to her, you're not just another person. You're someone her mind and heart have quietly marked as special. This is one of the most powerful hidden signs of attraction, selective memory. Psychologically, our brains remember what feels emotionally important. So when she remembers tiny details about you that even you forgot, it's not an accident. It's her emotions doing the remembering for her. How she shows it. You'll notice it in casual moments. You might mention once that you like a certain coffee flavor, and weeks later, she brings it up again. Or maybe she recalls something you said in passing, like your favorite childhood movie, or a random fact from a story you told. That's her attention speaking. She's storing emotional data about you, not because she's trying to, but because her feelings have made you mentally significant. If you ever say something like, "Wow, you actually remembered that?" and she smiles shyly or tries to brush it off, that's your clue. She doesn't want to make it obvious that she's been paying attention. A woman may act cool on the outside, but her memory always betrays her emotions. The psychology behind it. In psychology, this behavior is called emotional salience, when your presence or words trigger heightened focus and memory retention. When someone we like speaks, our brain releases dopamine, which boosts attention and memory processing. That's why she notices small things about you that others don't. Your tone, your mood, your expressions, even how you say certain words. She might remember your schedule, the things that stress you out, or how you take your coffee. She might ask about something you mentioned weeks ago, like, "Did your friend get better?" Or, "How did that meeting go?" It's not random curiosity, it's emotional investment. Because when a woman likes you but hides it, she listens differently. She listens with her feelings. Her mind becomes a journal of you. You exist quietly in her mental space. She replays your conversations, remembers your reactions, and even notices when something feels off about you. If you seem quiet or distracted one day, she'll ask, "Are you okay?" If you change your hairstyle or clothing style, she'll notice immediately, even if she doesn't comment on it. These are subtle signs that she's observing you more closely than she admits. And the truth is, a woman only does this when she cares. She doesn't store emotional details about every man she meets, only about the one who has emotionally affected her. The hidden test. There's also a quiet test here. Sometimes she'll mention a small detail you told her to see if you remember it too. It's her subconscious way of measuring your emotional connection. If you forget, she might pretend it's fine, but a part of her feels disappointed. Because remembering things about someone is how women express affection. And when that effort isn't returned, it subtly hurts. So if you want to build a deeper bond, match her energy. When she remembers something meaningful about you, respond by remembering something about her. That mutual awareness creates intimacy without either of you saying a word about attraction. Why she keeps it hidden. If she's hiding her feelings, she'll often disguise her memory behind jokes or curiosity. She might bring up details like, "Didn't you say you liked that band?" Or, "I thought you hated tea, but now you're drinking it." She's not interrogating you, she's showing she remembers. But she frames it casually, so you don't see how much attention she's really giving you. It's her way of being close, without revealing too much. She wants to care, just not too obviously. When her memory betrays her. You might notice moments when her memory slips out unexpectedly. Maybe you say something, and she finishes your sentence, or you mention an old topic, and she recalls it perfectly, even after weeks. That's when her emotional side accidentally takes over her cautious side. Her feelings show themselves in small human ways. Even her friends might notice she talks about you more often. Because when someone occupies emotional space in your mind, they naturally become part of your conversations. How you should respond. If you notice she remembers little things about you, don't tease her or make her feel exposed. Instead, smile or respond with warmth. Let her know you appreciate her attention. Say something like, "Wow, you remembered that? That's impressive." Or, "I can't believe you noticed that most people don't." This small acknowledgement makes her feel safe, and that safety encourages her to open up more. A woman hides her feelings until she feels emotionally secure. And that security often begins when she realizes you see and value her subtle efforts. Final thought. So when she remembers the little things, your favorite color, your stories, your moods, understand what's really happening. It's not just memory, it's emotion encoded in thought. Every detail she recalls is a quiet whisper from her heart. Because when a woman likes you but hides it, her memory becomes her love language. She might not say, "I like you," but the way she remembers you says everything. 5. Her eyes and silence speak the truth. There's one thing a woman can never completely hide: her eyes. Even if she hides her words, controls her body language, or masks her emotions, her eyes still tell the truth. A woman's eyes are emotional windows. They reveal what her lips won't say. Because when she secretly likes you, her gaze behaves differently, softer, longer, and more emotionally charged. You'll feel it when she looks at you. That slight pause, that unspoken spark, that moment where the world feels quiet for a second. It's not fantasy, it's psychology. When someone feels emotional attraction, their pupils slightly dilate. Their focus narrows. Their body stills. Because at that moment, her attention belongs only to you. The way she looks at you. If she likes you but tries to hide it, she often steals glances when she thinks you won't notice. You'll catch her looking and she'll quickly look away. That's a mix of curiosity and emotional defense. It's her way of saying, "I'm drawn to you, but I can't let you see it yet." Sometimes she'll hold eye contact for just a second too long, not enough to make it obvious, but long enough to make you feel it. That's how attraction hides in plain sight. She might also look at you differently than she looks at anyone else. With others, her gaze is casual. With you, it's alive. There's warmth, a little nervousness, maybe even a quiet spark of vulnerability. That emotional charge is real. It's her subconscious connection showing through her eyes. When words fall silent. Another strong hidden sign is her silence. When a woman likes you but hides it, she often becomes quieter in emotional moments. Not because she has nothing to say, but because her feelings are louder than her words. Silence can be more revealing than speech. Sometimes she'll go quiet when you compliment her. She might blush, smile slightly, or look away because words fail her in that instant. Her silence isn't emptiness. It's her mind processing emotion. Her heart speaks in the spaces between words. When a woman feels emotionally moved, her communication changes. She pauses more. She takes deeper breaths. She avoids eye contact not out of disinterest, but out of emotional overflow. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance when emotions and logic pull in opposite directions. Her logic says, stay calm. Her heart says, you like him. And in that battle, silence becomes her defense. Her eyes follow emotion, not logic. If you want to know how she really feels, don't just listen, observe. When she laughs, does she glance toward you to see your reaction? When she talks, do her eyes soften when you respond kindly? When you look away, does she look at you again? Those tiny glances tell you everything. They're unconscious. They're emotional truth leaking through her control. Even if she hides her feelings from the world, her eyes betray her. Because emotion always seeks expression, and the eyes are the first place it escapes. Why her eyes hold so much power. Our eyes are directly connected to the emotional center of the brain, the limbic system. That's why eye contact can feel intense, personal, even vulnerable. When she looks at you and feels that pull, her body reacts. Her pulse rises, her breathing shifts, her awareness heightens. And if she's trying to hide it, she'll often break eye contact quickly, trying to escape her own emotions. But the truth is, every stolen glance, every soft look, every quiet smile says what she can't say aloud. She feels something. How to read it right. If you notice her looking at you with softness or curiosity, don't rush or confront it. Simply match her calm. Hold her gaze for a second longer. Smile gently. Let her feel safe in that emotional space. Because women open up emotionally when they feel seen, not pressured. Your calm presence tells her, it's okay to feel this. That's when attraction grows into trust. And trust is where everything begins. And that's it. The 5 subtle psychological signs. A girl likes you, but hides it. Now, when you look closer, you'll begin to see what most men completely miss. Remember, attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, delicate, and hidden between glances and gestures. The most powerful emotions are the ones unspoken. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Your support helps us create more meaningful, psychology-based content every week. This is Be Feminine, where we decode human emotions, so you can understand love, attraction, and connection on a deeper level. Until next time, stay emotionally intelligent and stay feminine aware.